In this video, we're going to cover DNS permissions in Constellix. So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into the DNS portal of Constellix. Once you're in the main dashboard, you're going to go to the configuration option on the left-hand side menu and select Users. Once in the User section of the DNS dashboard, you'll see a variety of options to choose from. You'll see a list of your users on the left-hand side, and you will see the permissions options on the right. Let's first take a look at domains. When you first click on domains on the left-hand side, you'll be redirected to the domains permission window. At the top, you'll see the privileges that you can set for domains in general. You can also select whether a person is able to add or delete a domain in your account. Below, you'll see a list of all the domains in your Constellix account, and you'll see that you can set options either for all privileges to be the same for each domain, or you can do each domain individually and choose which privileges you want the user to have. Now let's take a look at pools. When you select pools on the right-hand side of the menu, you'll be directed to the Assign Pool Permission window. Here you'll see the same options for privileges that you saw in domains, but here you have the option for A record pools, Quad A record pools, or A name and C name record pools. Under each tab for the record pools, you'll see all the pools configured for that record type. You can choose to select the same privileges for every pool within that type, or you can customize each pool individually. For instance, if you only want the user to access Quad A pools, you could choose none for the A pools and the A name and C name record pools, and then customize Quad A records accordingly. If you have configured a large volume of pools for your domain, you can use the search bar to search for the pool by name. That way you can quickly find and customize each pool individually as needed. This also goes for any of the other options such as domains, Geoproximity, and IPfilter rules. Now we'll take a look at how Geoproximity permissions look in Constellix. Once you click on Geoproximities on the right-hand side, you will be directed to the permissions window for Geoproximities. Here, you'll see the same privilege options available for Geoproximities that you did in previous examples. You'll be able to choose whether the user can add or delete a Geoproximity rule, and you can customize each individual Geoproximity rule for the user, or allow the user to have the same privileges for all Geoproximity rules that have been created for this domain. Now let's take a quick look at how IPfilter permissions look in Constellix. After clicking IPfilters on the right-hand side, you'll be directed to the IPfilter permission window. Now you'll be able to customize the user's permission for IPfilters created for this specific domain. You can choose whether the user can add or delete an IPfilter. You can give them blanket permissions for every single filter created for your domain, or you are able to customize each IPfilter rule for the user. Okay, so we've covered how you can customize pools, Geoproximity, and IPfilter rules, as well as domains within your Constellix account. But you can also set default permissions for every newly added user into your Constellix account. So let's take a look at how these default permissions look in Constellix. When you click on the New User Default Permissions button, you will be sent to the Default Permissions window. Here you'll be able to set default permissions for every user that you'll add to your account going forward. This includes domain level, IPfilter level, Geoproximity level, and pool level permissions. You can choose whether they automatically have read only, read commit, read write, or read write and commit privileges for each of these options, as well as being able to choose whether they can add or delete any of these configurations. Setting default permissions for your domain make it fast and easy to add users to your account. However, we do recommend setting default permissions to a level that you feel comfortable with for every user on your account. For team members who require higher or lower level access, you can easily customize their accounts separately at any time. And there you have it, Constellix permissions in a nutshell. If you ever have any questions about permissions or need help configuring them in your account, our DNS experts are always more than happy to help.